What up, guys, and welcome to the Overkill Underground. This is episode 11 of the Survivor Review. Here we are, day 30.
Day 30, wow.
A whole month.
We are within a week and 2 days of the end of this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's coming down to the wire now.
What do we think about 4 more episodes?
4 more into Christmas, past Christmas?
I think
It's probably going to be about 4 more.
Or they might have another
Well, they had the
2-hour
2-hour
special.
one.
They're going to have another 2-hour special, or
I would think so, maybe.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
So we are definitely we're down to the wire now.
Yeah.
And so we were left with last week.
8
This is Joe's.
swan song.
He's lost challenges now.
3 in a row.
He's been on the chopping block. He's survived it.
Here's the thing. Everybody, he's the challenge guru.
He is the
winning
challenge guru, without a
but
doubt.
he's lost 3 in a row. He lost to Spencer.
And with these
He lost-
losses, right?
He lost to Spencer.
Ultimately-
he lost to Wentworth on the reward. And then he lost to Keith in the So he
In this-
lost
in
3
this
in a row.
last one here.
It's not like he's unbeatable.
No, absolutely not.
But-
No, and we definitely saw that in this.
But he
where
went
this
on
was,
such a streak.
this episode.
What,
in
he went
particular,
5 in a row?
I mean,
he went 5 in a row or 4 in a row.
I think it was 5 in a row.
I
Yeah, he
think
was
it
going to
five.
set like
5
a
in a row.
record or something.
No,
He
it
was
wasn't
going
a
to,
record.
yeah. Yeah,
Today he was going to set the record.
No, Mikey won a
He
bunch.
was.
Well, he was
last
gonna,
season.
like, be in,
gonna
like,
set the
a-
record, but
He was going to be in like a class
Well,
of
okay,
guys
okay,
who
a
had,
class,
who had
maybe
done
a
it.
class.
one of the
but not a
Survivor.
record.
Yeah.
But
The ultimates.
we were
He's
left.
no Peyton Manning.
We were left with the last episode where Spencer was able to coordinate getting rid of Fishbach.
Very nice.
Fantastic. God,
So-
that crybaby needed to go.
We got him out. He's part of the jury now. And
Which he's happy to be.
the jury,
He's happy.
the jury,
He is. Did you see him? He was smiling
with
like a
Joe
Cheshire
now. With Joe, we got 6 in the jury. And so it started with Cass, and then Savage, Wigglesworth, Sierra, Fishbach, and now Joe.
Mhm.
Yes.
And so we got Joe. He's part of the jury now. And we also had, at the beginning of the episode here, Jeremy, now he's left pretty uncomfortable
Oh, yeah. He's
because he lost his right hand
security
man, his-
blanket.
Yeah, it was too. It was totally
It
a
was.
security blanket. And so without Fishbach there, now you think that Jeremy is ultimately going to end up working with Joe. And as this episode progressed, it got a little crazy because now we see with the teams as evenly split as they were, as far as men versus women. Now the guys are looking like they're in some huge trouble.
Well,
no
they
matter
are in
how
trouble.
no matter how you look at it now.
And I've been calling that for weeks now.
Yeah, the Women's Alliance.
Because we
Oof.
had the 4-on-4,
I've been calling that for weeks.
and unfortunately,
gonna be-
it was the women to be the first ones to pick up on the fact that hey, we can get this thing under control right now.
Right.
We can put it under control. We can
Pick
we
it
can
to
hold
Final
on.
Four.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Full-
And now that's where they're left. So it's gonna get
After
get
getting rid of
pretty
Joe.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way the voting went at the end. Well, first of all, I can't believe that Spencer and Jeremy were so worried about the whole women's alliance that they didn't draw Keith in. They left Keith out to dry, and he voted Tasha. Which
yeah, totally.
I was wondering who voted Tasha at the
Yeah,
end when
yeah.
we
That's
were
exactly
I
at
think it
what
was
I was
somebody
thinking,
sitting
too.
out,
Who the
but
hell
Keith
voted-
just he just
they left him out of the loop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you were worried about
Without
the
a
girls,
doubt.
if you were worried about the girls' alliance, because well, Jeremy voted Joe, did he not? Did Jeremy vote Joe?
Jeremy did vote Joe.
Yeah, they all
Well,
voted
And
Joe. I
that's-
mean, it
and
was
that's why-
over.
And that's why I thought.
So they put their fate in Tasha's word that
absolutely.
I'm taking you to the final.
Jeremy totally did that.
Both of them did,
And that's
but
the
Jeremy's got 2 idols, so he can save himself.
No, he's got one. He used that
He
one
did
on
use-
Fishbach
He did use the
that
one
day
on
and earned
Fishbach.
Fishbach's trust. And Fishbach, I'm all with you, bro. I'm with you, man. And
Yep.
he, then he got booted the next time.
Yeah,
Even
that's
using
right.
his thing. That,
And then
That's right.
Fishbach used his special
what a
thing for his
Nitwit.
loss.
And
Yeah.
What a
and then,
nitwit.
yeah,
Yeah, it was like
so-
using an idol and
so
leaving.
we've
Okay.
seen some serious nitwit
Yeah,
moves at
we
this
have.
point in time.
And we've
I
seen
mean,
some great moves.
It all
some
goes
good
to
moves
the,
as
Wentworth,
well.
Wentworth's playing a great game. She's
Wentworth
somebody
is
who can
doing
win.
well.
She lives off these voting blocks.
She
That's
can-
what she
she
loves.
can
These stupid voting
can-
blocks and no alliances
All right,
is going
let's
to
get down
kill
to
the
brass
jury
tacks.
votes.
Brass tacks. I mean, we got 7 people left. Who can win? Who can lose? Wentworth,
Well,
Wentworth can win.
You know Spencer can win.
Spencer can win.
Jeremy
Tasha-
can win.
You know Tasha
Jeremy
can win.
maybe can win. What Tasha do?
As far as in a challenge, you're saying?
The only thing Tasha's got going for is if she takes a couple of
Because-
couple of dummies with her.
You
she,
gotta
she might
remember-
be able to talk a good game, but she's made no moves.
No, I don't think
she
Tasha
hasn't made
has a chance.
she
at
hasn't
this
made
either.
any moves. But her best thing is she hasn't made very many enemies on the jury. But
That's true.
But if she flips on the girl alliance now, and
No, let's get into this. I want to talk about
if
this.
she flips on the girl alliance, she's on the bottom and she's gone.
I'm
telling you right now.
I want to talk about this because she
Because
might.
she's trying to align herself with the 2 guys, but if she flips herself and she votes out one of the 4 girls, she's gone. The
Well, I
other
have
2
a
the other
feeling-
2 girls will align with the 2 guys and try to get rid of her. And she-
My thought process was she was going to solidify a girl alliance right away.
Yeah.
And she told the 2 boys, Spencer and Jeremy, in that little beach talk,
Oh,
when she
yeah.
told them that there was a girl alliance coming, and she said, I'm going to look out for you guys. So she's making enemies either way now. So she solidifies the alliance with the girls.
Could be making enemies.
She says to the girls,
she
she
can
says,
play the smart.
right, with this vote, she says, I'm with you girls for now.
Yep.
Then she says the next episode, she could play it either way then. She could get
what do you mean either way?
she could go.
If
She
flip-
could go with the guys.
Bullshit.
She could go with
bullshit.
the guys.
If she goes with the guys and flips on the girls, she's
right.
fucked.
Okay, sure, but then she's screwed if she votes against the guys because she told the guys right there on the beach, hey, or wherever they were,
Well, she
hey,
did.
I'm looking out for you guys, and that's a blatant
I'm
lie. So
telling you,
she's
she-
losing
You
those
could,
2 jury
you could
votes.
also
too.
look at it this way. This is an important thing.
Charlie, she's
the
fucked either
important
way.
part is though. No, the important part is
No, she's fucked
is that
either
she
way.
could use this to her advantage in
How?
this specific way. She can go back to the girls and say, "Listen, I told the boys, but I
Right
planned
right after
I
they get
planned,
rid of
I planned no, I planned on voting with you girls the entire time, but now I have their trust. I had to. There was nothing else I could do. Trust me, I'm with you girls all the way. Wouldn't it be smarter for Tasha to go to the end with the girls anyhow? I think it would be.
It might be.
I think
like
it
a
would
double agent she's trying to pull.
because
is what you're saying.
because if she can pull
But
this
like
off,
I said,
and
she's fucked either way.
still
because,
keep
because
blindsiding the guys, then she's playing her own moves. Those
But if
these
she
are
goes
her
to the,
moves
she goes
that
to
she's
the,
playing.
Yeah, but if she goes to
And
the
if
end
Tasha
against
plays
Wentworth,
it smart, if she plays it smart,
Wentworth wins.
she can keep going. It's
Well,
hard
she
to
might
say.
be able to beat Kimmy.
And
She can beat Abby. She can't beat Wentworth, I don't think.
well, and
What,
it's
for the jury votes.
Jury votes.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to consider.
There's no
how
way
those
those two are
jury
making
votes.
it.
It's really hard to consider
tell you
how
what,
those jury votes are going to
Went-
go.
Wentworth gets all the girls, guaranteed. Against Tasha, Wentworth gets all the girls.
Yeah, she's the
All of them.
ringleader here. She's got the idol.
She
She's
gets all
sitting
the
in a
girls.
great spot.
She gets Abby. She gets
Yeah.
Kimmy. She gets Sierra.
The only person
There's
that
three-
can beat
there's three
Wentworth
votes
now
right
is
there.
Jeremy. Jeremy is the only one with the idol that can beat her, other
probably
than
gets
Spencer
Joe's
maybe
vote.
winning it. But Jeremy's the kryptonite to her right now. Jeremy's the key to this.
And
to the
she'll
guys
get
winning.
she'll get Spencer's and Jeremy's vote because Tasha turned on them. Tasha will not get Spencer and Jeremy's vote.
There's a whole other
if they're not at
possibility.
the end, she's not going to get their
There's
votes.
a whole other possibility that you guys got to look at too. Is
and
Jeremy
Joe
does
called
have
it.
that idol. He's got that idol.
Oh, he's
which
going
no
to
one
the end.
knows about. Nobody
So
knows
he's going
about
to
that
the
one.
end.
because he has that idol.
He
Just say Spencer wins the next immunity challenge.
Right? They vote for Jeremy.
They know they're going to vote for Jeremy.
Boom.
Or Keith.
Jeremy.
Yeah, they split the votes.
You
You
know
gotta
what?
wait until
they,
Keith's
they
gone.
might. They
What if
might
Keith's
want.
gone?
They're
Keith's-
probably going to want to get rid of Jeremy first, just because he is competitive.
Right.
A little.
Sure.
You would
Right.
think maybe a little
But he
more
hasn't won
competitive than
anything.
Keith. He hasn't. And Keith.
Keith is the Iron
he's-
Man.
Dude, he's
Is
a
he not
beast.
the
Yeah, but
Iron Man?
Keith is
Keith-
not the Iron Man in
Keith is a
political
beast.
talks. He's not
for
talking to
being, and
anybody.
I forget exactly what we said his age was, but
56, I think.
he's around 50 something. And the fact of
think
the
he's
matter is, for him
upper
to go up
50.
against Joe, listen, at the immunity challenge, when they're holding these sticks 16 feet high with a little statue on top of it, and you see old man Keith standing there and Joe the
Probably
young buck
probably about
collapsed
a
under the.
7-8 pound statue. Too.
I mean, and and it's funny too, because just to add, when I saw the previews from the last week into this episode, I'm thinking to myself, one of those statues is going to crack someone's
Right,
head.
we were thinking
Yeah.
Keith
Totally
might have been
thinking-
getting hit in
right,
the head.
totally
I was thinking
that.
maybe a post the way
But then to see-
after a statue fell, somebody's post went and I thought maybe
Smack
they
somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been
somebody on
awesome,
accident.
actually.
That's still in the game.
But then to see Joe standing there and just collapse, and you're thinking, man, and
That was the last thing you'd
And like
expect.
me and Doug were talking earlier, you're thinking heat stroke right
Yeah.
off the bat.
Right, right.
And they call out the medics and check
I think
on him.
Keith
and
might have been in the shade there too.
unfair advantage completely.
check the tape up there.
But they did. They
YouTube.
they
Hashtag
you know,
shade.
they had the medics run in.
Hashtag shade.
They had the medics run
What a
in,
clown.
and they ended up saying, it was the low blood sugar.
Yeah.
They kind of made him collapse. But like I said, now you really do have to think about the fact that these guys that are going to continue on after Joe here, they're going to be real competitors. They're going to be competitors in the challenge where they can resist being voted out. And in the next, who knows what happens when everybody thinks that they're going to vote for Spencer, and Jeremy doesn't somehow play the idol and ends up getting through. Then what happens?
Yeah,
Then,
hey,
I mean, there's
'cause
the
it-
possibilities at this
They're
point.
not going to be splitting the vote
Boy,
because they don't
still
know that
are
they're
pretty
you're,
endless.
you're thinking there's a lot of ifs and wishes, but I'm telling you right now, it's an all-girl alliance, and if Tasha,
They're in trouble.
Tasha,
No doubt.
Tasha's fucked either way. Right now,
They're
I'm
in trouble,
telling you,
no
because
doubt.
She gave promises to two guys, so she's screwed either way.
I think so.
She can.
I
I
think so.
she's screwed. She's
Yep.
screwed either way.
Yep.
So if Tasha
She
and
definitely-
Abby and Kimmy are people you want to take to the end, and if you're Wentworth, I'm telling you, if Keith goes to the end with any of those,
Tasha
Keith
definitely
might
let
win.
the cat out of the bag
I
by
think
telling
Keith
the
could win.
guys
Right.
that I'm
Right.
I'm going to tell you guys right now. There's girls talking about the all-girl alliance. Yeah, okay. So
Now
Tasha
she's-
did slip up right there, but
Boom! She screwed herself.
And when the
because
girls
now
find
she's
that out-
right
Trying to-
in the middle.
When the
she's-
girls find
she's
that
trying
out,
to play
she's
it
going
two
to be in
ways.
problems. She's going to have problems once the girls find out. She
she-
spilled the beans.
She's got problems either way.
She on both sides of the fence now.
Right.
she
She's got problems either way.
needs to really take care of herself in a smart
she's
smart
fucked.
way.
Hey, I mean, Abby
in
and
that-
Wentworth aren't tight either. I mean,
No.
Abby
Abby
even
and Wentworth
said that.
aren't tight. What are you high?
Were you
Abby-
watching the tribal council today? Were you watching that?
Abby and
yeah, she
Wentworth.
said there were problems that were still plaguing their relationship. She said that.
No,
did I
she-
not? Was I the only one
she
that
could
heard
have-
that?
it could
No,
have been.
no, you
It could
just
have been.
you heard that wrong, Doug. It was I'm having problems because of the relationship that me, Wentworth, and Sierra had with the group.
Yeah, but she still said
no,
it was
no.
overlaying. It was
No,
still
the
there.
three of them. The three of them against the group. Not
Check the tape. Check the
no,
tape, 'cause she
not
said
her
that-
and Wentworth. Her and Wentworth are tight. Trust me.
Nah.
Her and Wentworth are tight. You're fucked, dude. What are you talking about? Are you watching the same show?
Yeah, I'm watching the same show.
Well, let's add into. We did have the loved ones come on to the show.
Oh God, I hate this episode.
I do.
It is
I-
terrible.
So we had the loved ones come on. The one that was pretty cool though at the same time was with Jeremy coming out, and they found out that he was having a boy. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that was
that was cool. Besides that, everybody
Yeah,
else
yeah,
was
sure.
pretty much like, all right, hugs and kisses, like
Well,
move.
I mean,
Well,
Jeff was
you know.
sweeping them to the side
He
as
was,
fast as
too.
he
He's
could.
like,
Get
all
the,
right,
get the
last
heck
hug.
out of
Wait
here.
a second.
he was, too.
Spencer, hold on, Spencer.
Last hug.
Spencer told his girlfriend, "I love you."
Now that's true.
I love
That's
you.
I mean, that was oh
I,
God.
That's
I
true,
love
but-
you.
I mean, I would have killed for 30 days away from some of the girlfriends I had. You know, I mean, goodness gracious, this guy's weeping at the knees with this girl. You know,
What a
I love
dope.
you, I love you.
What a
And you know what? What's up with Keith calling his wife Big D? I mean, the woman's not small. I mean, that's
hold
Big D
on,
right
hold
there.
on. She just had a kid.
Oh, all right.
She's
Well,
still
I mean, you're not
milking.
calling her Big D.
She's probably
I mean,
still
it's-
milking at this point. Hey,
I mean,
hold
that's,
on.
is that her bra
knows,
size? Because
right?
she's definitely got a
He
big D
didn't know
there.
that.
Could be. That
And
could
he
be.
just found out right then and there that he had a baby boy. Congratulations to Jeremy.
Okay, yeah, congrats, bro. But I mean, we got to continue the game. I want to see an auction. This family crap's
Yeah.
got to go. Let's see
Well,
an
don't
auction.
worry, I don't know. Are we going to see an auction? And
I'm hoping so.
That would be
I'm
awesome.
And you know what though?
that's
the thing.
that's
You know what
always
the
a great
thing is?
episode, but they don't have it every season.
I've
Not every
noticed.
season.
I've noticed this though about this season.
And I don't think they're going to have an auction this
you might
season.
you might not have an auction this season because these guys are actually pretty well fed. I mean,
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're not.
Oh, yeah.
They're not suffering like in past episodes. I mean,
No,
they seem to be
you see
okay.
Jeremy and Spencer
They've
look
all
very thin.
They've
I
all
mean,
lost
Joe
weight.
wasn't doing too good either, though.
That's
I mean,
true.
he was supposed
I mean,
to be well nourished. They were sipping coffee on the beach today. What was that all about? They had the little mugs and crap like that out there today. Did you see that? They
well,
were
yeah,
him and
I mean,
Joe
that's
were
what I'm
sipping
That's
coffee.
what I'm saying. It seems like they've had. I mean, every time it shows the kind of the camp life or whatever, and they're all surrounded. You know, they're always breaking into something. They got, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like Survivor at the Marriott.
it
I mean,
is. too,
what are they
right.
doing there?
They seem to, but you know what? At the same time too, at Tribal Council, even today, I noticed for sure, like Joe's hair, it looked just beautifully conditioned
yeah.
and just
did.
perfectly.
Yeah, he's got
brushed.
shampoo. That's his
I
one
mean,
thing he
he's-
brought out.
Yeah,
man.
right. He brought out his shampoo conditioner mix.
Pantene or whatever it's called.
Something.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing about the reward challenge today, though, was Wentworth won the reward challenge.
Yes.
Nourishment.
and so she figured
Can I
out.
mention
she
something?
figured out the
You know,
puzzle name.
the-
Or the puzzle
everybody had a chance. This was a reward where everybody had a chance,
Oh,
a
absolutely,
legitimate
yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
Everybody was standing there. Everybody had their letters out. You had a chance to look at the letters and to actually.
True.
So everybody had a chance.
Hey,
Which
I can
it
say
was
this
nice.
much. At least Abby tried.
I
She
mean,
was completely off.
She
but
was
at
spelling
least
something in Portuguese, I
she
think.
was spelling. She was spelling. She told Jeff. She's like, I was going for redemption. That's what she was trying to spell. Which, I mean, I can kind of see that at the same time, but she didn't put it together very quick.
No,
She
she
obviously-
saw the IONE.
Right,
Or
right.
ION.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that
She
was
saw
it.
an R.
I thought she was
and
spelling
shun.
nourishment backwards. I thought for
I
a
did
second.
too.
I was like,
For a
oh boy,
second-
here it
For a
goes.
second, I did too.
I
But
did
she had
too.
the N and the O.
I
Oh
did
man.
too.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah.
She
So-
didn't have a chance anyway.
Like, oh boy,
she
she's in
should
trouble.
have went 3 weeks ago.
But Wentworth goes ahead. She wins. And then she ends up picking Keith, Abby, and Kimmy, which
This is good. I
which
want to talk about
those
this too.
those three were tight. You know, she was tight with those. But then she ends up picking Joe. You know, and so Jeremy, you see Jeremy,
Oh, yeah.
he is
Oh, yeah.
is angry at this point. He's just, shaking his head like, I cannot believe you just
Just
you know.
one angry black man right
So
there.
he's
He's
got-
pissed off.
Yeah,
Why
absolutely.
why would she take Jeremy though?
Well, she told,
had-
but she gave the excuse for picking Joe because, well, I saw how well you and your dad have this loving relationship.
Yeah, but your wife that's pregnant can sit at home and go
Well,
back.
she's not
Exactly.
pregnant. She already had the baby. But
Exactly.
nonetheless,
I don't-
her and Jeremy never had a relationship, and I think they were on the Blood versus Water with her and her father and him and his wife. Were,
Oh yeah,
Right.
they were.
I
Right.
think they were all,
yeah.
and I'm not sure if they got along very
No,
well.
because Jeremy held it against like everybody that his wife left like the second week or
Yeah.
something. He
Yeah.
held it real bad against
nonetheless-
everybody.
I think it was more because she got sent to Redemption right off the bat.
Right.
Well,
Right.
She got sent to Redemption
And her
Island
dad
right
was
off the
always
bat.
she's not
her.
obligated to take Jeremy for.
Now, you know what?
Her and Jeremy were never aligned
I'm almost-
anywhere in the game.
It was
So-
an interesting
and
pick
the
to
same
see
thing with Sasha.
Wentworth. It was an
or
interesting pick.
Tasha.
I was just a little surprised that Wentworth would pick Joe also to go on the reward.
I would see
And-
Joe more so, or I would see not taking Tasha as something to be more alarming
Right.
than Joe, because Tasha is a girl and she's trying to build this all-girl alliance.
Yeah, but she got Tasha in the
could've
back
taken all-
pocket already. Why
She
do
could've-
that?
She
You know,
could
just
have
it's
taken all
now
the
making
girls.
an enemy there.
And it is something too to see the girls kind of hop on this all-girl alliance thing, and then you go
Why
back.
wouldn't they?
Well,
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
Exactly. That's the smart move to make. But
I've
then,
been saying that for weeks.
What do you see? You see back at the camp when everybody's out on reward, Spencer, he's out for Joe. Spencer's talking. We got to get Joe. If he loses this time, it's Joe this time.
Yeah.
It's Joe
Right,
this
yeah.
time. They're not even thinking
The
all
guys
guy
never
alliance.
wise up to that stuff, never, and it's not soon enough. But the challenge
It's always too late.
is it
Yeah.
better to lose these pick? You got 3 more to pick to bring with you on this reward. Is it almost better if they're going to choose over half the survivors?
There's a pro and a con to both sides.
you know,
I think.
You know, she's making enemies and then she's making friends. It's just
yeah,
you're
yeah.
almost better off blowing it and then just saying, "Well, I hope I get picked for this," because he goes pick 4 people. Then he says, "Oh wait, pick 1 more," so
Yeah.
that you get over.
Right.
You get over the average of people, so you got more than there's 3 left standing there. I mean, you're better off just blowing it and saying, well, I didn't pick you. I didn't pick anybody.
Right,
and just
right.
saying, well, hopefully she picks me. The only fair way to do that, I was trying to think of this, the only fair way to get away with that and not lose jury votes or not lose any sort of relationships is to almost just say who was right behind me in the challenge, then who was next, and who was real close to me next time on the challenge. Who was the next person
That is a
that
smart
could have
way.
won it. And
That
then you
is a
could
s-
just use that as an excuse.
That is a smart excuse to
you
go
know,
about
just do that.
to keep yourself safe with those jury votes when you make it to the end. Absolutely, I think that's a definite.
Because that's going to come up.
I mean-
someone's going to Jeremy's going to bring that up.
Absolutely,
He's already bringing it up
right,
again.
Right. But we saw after Spencer, you know, he's out for Joe. He's not really thinking about the all guy alliance. Tasha, of course, she hops on the fact that she's gonna maybe work with, you know, Jeremy, obviously, because she's trying to keep it tight with Jeremy, but also Spencer. And the funny thing is, she knows she has two options at this point. She kind of mentioned that fact, you know. She does, and if she plays her cards right, and I mean, maybe she would be better off. And we'll see what happens, you know. But there's a possibility she could say, "Hey, girls, like I told the guys about, you know, but now it doesn't matter, you know." So even if she tells them, like, "Listen, I did tell the guys that we were kind of maybe going to do
She's
an
fucked.
all-girl alliance."
She's
But this is
screwed
why.
Either way.
But this is why, though. You know what I mean? Like, she can give a good excuse. She knows she has two options.
No,
she can either
she's
keep
got
it a
no-
secret. She can either keep it a secret, or she can go tell the girls. I really don't think she's screwed at this point. I
You
really
don't.
don't. I really
I
don't
think
think
she
she's
did.
screwed. It's possible.
Doug, do you think
But
she's
she knows
screwed?
she has two
I
options.
think she's
She
playing
mentioned
her
it.
options. That's wise in that sense, but it's also
She
to the point
mentioned
to where
it.
you're
Oh, but-
making
but
too many friends.
You're
and then
making
you
too
got-
many
and-
enemies.
Yeah, you're making too many
You're
promises
making-
you can't
No,
keep.
no,
is
no,
what I'm
no,
saying.
No,
When it
you're
comes-
too wishy-washy. This is too late in the game to be playing both sides of the fence.
If you're talking
No,
about
no,
going,
no.
I completely agree with you on that.
It's too late in the game.
I
to be
definitely agree with
it's
that.
too late in the game to be playing the all-girl alliance, aligning with not one.
She's sitting on
not
the
one,
fence.
Not one, but two guys.
and
She can't
as
protect.
far-
She's too cold or lukewarm.
She
She's not-
can't- she
it's
can't-
not
she
hot or
can't-
cold.
She
It's
can't protect two guys.
If she made it to
And-
the
and-
end and
and-
she
and
went and
saved
she
three
was
girls.
going for the $1 million, yes, this could hurt her with the jury
It is.
votes.
It's going to help her with
You
jury
know.
votes. So she
could-
again, she's somebody
it could
you
hurt
want
her
to
in
take to
that
the end if she's going to be.
Wait,
flipping and
it could
flopping
hurt
back
her,
and-
is what we're saying
Yeah,
with the
it
jury
could- it
votes.
could-
Yeah.
it
It's
could
gonna
hurt her
it's
in
gonna
the
cream
jury.
her and it
Right.
blindside her big time.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I want to shout out to Kimmy because I never saw the big move, but she was going to make a big move today. Never saw it, so I just want to shout that out too.
Well, she had the big move. she suggested the all-girl alliance.
Oh,
she
yeah.
was against
She
the
really- yeah, she
entire
really-
game.
All right, well,
she really
I mean,
was the one to break that out.
She was
yeah.
against the last time when somebody else made a comment to her. She was like, "Hey, she's talking about a all-girl alliance."
Yeah.
Right, right.
Oh, it was Cass. When
Yeah,
Cass made
yeah.
the comment,
Cass was the first one.
Cass
to
made the comment about the all-girl alliance. Kimmy
Yeah.
was the first one to go.
no. Yeah.
Yep.
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 Come
Come
on.
Kimmy
right.
jumped on the boat, so let's get the girls together.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I guess
Now,
that's a big
now
move.
Kimmy makes the Chaos Cass's big move.
Well, okay.
Nonetheless, so
But after we saw Tasha kind of go through and talk,
flipping and flopping.
she's talking with Jeremy and Spencer and kind of dealing with how am I going to handle this now? Because she kind of
Spencer is left out to dry right now. He needs to
I
win.
think so.
He needs
Spencer's-
to win. So
Spencer's
does
in trouble
Keith.
unless he. Well, yeah, they all need to win at this point in time.
Spencer
I mean, we're
and
in that
Keith
part of the
both
game.
need to win. Jeremy
It's
has a little security blanket with his
But there's a
He's got
guy
the
and there's a
idol.
girl.
His idol.
There's a guy and a girl necklace now
The-
out
I'm
there.
telling
So
you.
there's going to be a
Not
if a
on
guy
every-
the guy's going to win
Do you
it.
think?
For-
Not on every challenge.
For
Doug.
now, though, yeah, I don't. He might collect them. Yeah, he might take those necklaces.
Just
back,
have
and that
one
could be-
next week.
and that
Yeah,
could be that. Yeah.
yeah.
For this particular
That's only
one,
been one time. I mean, the last
so far, right?
4 or 5
Yeah.
challenges, Joe
Yeah.
won. It was every man for himself.
And then we
think
got
that's a
into
one-shot deal.
the actual immunity challenge where they did do the they're balancing this statue on top of a pole and it gets higher and higher,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up getting up to the 16-foot mark.
Yeah.
And so Kimmy, she was done right away. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know exactly
move
what.
there.
Probably about 20 minutes. I
Big
think she
move.
was done.
I don't even think she lasted that long.
No, she
was out early.
She was
The
out.
girl-
She was out quick.
The girls were all gone.
Kimmy,
Girl.
Abby, and Tasha were the first 3, and they were done. And then that left Wentworth she was one of the
Yeah,
ones
she
that,
won.
that won it.
Right.
Because
With
they
the guys.
because they did have the 2 immunity necklaces for this immunity challenge, and then you saw Spencer and Jeremy. They were out next, and
Quickly.
then the dramatic
Joe
end
Keith
to it
standoff.
all with the standoff, and then seriously,
That's what we said. Keith,
When it hit,
Keith is the Iron Man.
the next time it showed 25 minutes or whatever, and then they added their last poll. Then it shows the next time frame.
I know.
Hour and 20
That's
minutes.
awesome.
And I'm
I
like,
know.
are
That's
you
awesome.
kidding me? And even Spencer
you
said
imagine?
he's like this is too much.
This
You
is
know,
too intense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said, this
Can
is
you-
too intense. I couldn't imagine doing
An
that.
hour and
I mean,
20
you gotta
minutes?
man, I'd be so bored.
The only thing I can do for an hour and 20 minutes straight is sleep. I
Yeah,
mean, honestly.
no kidding.
And the wind was blowing like crazy
If I'm
out
lucky,
there. The
if I'm
flags.
lucky,
It looked like it was doing pretty good.
They
And
were keeping cool at least. That wind. That's why I was thinking heat stroke, but then I saw the wind, and then Keith in the shade just chilling there
Yeah,
with the pole.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
well, I think you're crazy. There was no wind.
Well, I'll tell you
There
what.
was
There
tons
was
of
no
wind.
shade.
I'll tell you what.
Or, I
When
mean,
those
there was
poles were going
wind,
over,
but there was no shade.
I was
They're
really
high.
like when Keith's went over that one time, like that thing sliding right off.
Oh,
I thought
both
for
of-
sure for a
both of
second.
them,
like,
They
that
put
whole-
Velcro on the bottom of Keith's, I think.
That thing was.
I thought, yeah, no kidding.
It was hanging on.
I'm thinking right at the very end. I'm like, wow, Joe's gonna
Yeah.
win this one,
Yeah.
and
What do
he's
you
gonna
think?
freaking have.
What do you think?
But
That
no,
was
it
about
didn't,
33 degrees. Those things were about.
That thing was
Oh,
tilted.
that was sweet. Yeah.
It was tilted.
Not quite 45.
Quite a ways. Yeah, and holding a little
Not
statue.
quite 45, but I'll tell you what, it was 33 degrees.
I
Man.
think you
that,
saw-
that thing was 33
Yeah.
degrees holding.
And you saw Joe at one
was
point
chilling,
bend
yeah.
at the knees. Joe trying to bend,
Bend
at the
at
knees,
the
trying
knees
to keep
and-
his. I mean, unbelievable.
Kind of
And-
like
Yeah.
scoop it down.
You know what Keith did that was really smart? You got this huge long pole that you're balancing this little statue on top of. He kept it right up against his gut.
He did.
Right.
That was
and
nice.
really kept his balance with that. You saw Joe the one time.
He's
like
way
he's,
out, yep.
he's out here, and you saw it tip forward the one time, and he could barely, like, he was using everything he had to pull it back. You could tell, and then it kind of came back and
Yeah.
steadied it. But it was,
Keith
I mean,
Keith had
he
it
had-
tight.
He
had a
outsmarted
good-
Joe for the first time. Somebody
He had-
outsmarted Joe on the challenge. Joe's
Yeah.
always prepared, doing the sideways stance,
Right,
doing
right.
all this. I
yeah,
mean,
no kidding.
because
Yeah.
if you
Right.
hold it out, you're using those chest muscles to stabilize it. What bring it into your
Yeah.
belly like that.
Keith
had that
Keith
beer
was
gut,
holding
man. I
it
mean, he was holding
no,
it.
he doesn't have a beer
Oh
gut.
yeah,
The
he
guy's
was
been
there
on
sitting
an
there
island
with
for 30
Big D
days.
was
He's
watching
skinny.
from home. I mean, oh boy.
No, he had it held low, and he held it at his waistband. and
Ultimately, Joe
Great
wore
move.
himself out. I mean,
Yeah,
he really did. He
yeah.
wore himself out, and those guys, they're staring up at the sun. I mean, that was another thing. You could see him squinting, and you could tell it was just. I mean,
Keith had a ball cap on too, didn't he? I think
I
Keith
don't
had a
know.
ball cap.
I don't know.
on.
Did he?
He must. He did have
It was
a ball
a grueling.
cap on.
It looked like a grueling
I don't think
task
he
to
did.
hold a.
He had a ball cap on.
I
Are you-
can't. I
Joe
can't-
did not have a ball cap.
Are you 100% sure
I,
on that
I
ball
am,
cap?
I
I
can't
am
recall myself.
90% sure he had a ball cap on.
All right, we'll just leave your 90% sure
All right, all
out
right.
in the wind. We're not going to
All
even
right.
discuss
Well, okay.
90%.
Go to the tape. Check the tape.
Gives
You
a
two.
shit about
Check
90%.
the tape. And he was in the shade.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, Doug. You know what? You know who we need? Robert Seeger.
Yeah, yeah.
Fan
Yeah,
favorite.
Bobby.
Bob
Bring back
Seger.
Bobby.
Where's
Fan
Bob?
favorite. Get rid of this schmuck.
But I'll tell you what,
man.
though.
Chaz, who the fuck
When-
invited this guy?
When you saw Joe go down, I mean, you knew the game would play out
Yeah.
as it should right after that.
The dominoes
I
were in
mean,
motion.
Keith, he won it fair and square, and the old man took the immunity necklace. I mean, there it was.
He's a competitor. He was the
Oh,
only
yeah,
one that
he's-
brought out the
he's
whites or the
and
black
Like I-
stone the
like I-
last week. He
like I
wanted to
said-
beat
like
Joe.
I said,
He wanted to beat Joe.
Joe has lost the last three.
He's
so he's
slipped.
not quite the Iron
He's
Man
slipped.
that Mike was last season.
Yeah.
Mike won like 8 or 9 in
Yeah,
a row.
yeah.
Mike was
I
the
mean-
Iron Man.
and it ultimately it led to Joe's demise. He's now
Again-
part of the jury.
Again, Mike didn't
part
play
of
an
the six.
all-star cast either, though.
Yeah, he didn't.
Mike did not
It
play
just
in our
proves that you can
last
go
season.
only
Right,
so far
right.
with challenges. I mean,
Yeah.
Lady Luck only has enough
Well, you
luck
know,
for you on challenges
There are
because luck
some
is always going to
good
play.
competitors out there. Keith won some challenges in his first season.
Yeah.
So did Tasha.
Yeah, Keith has always been
Tasha
competitive.
hasn't won anything yet. Wentworth is a competitor, and she's going to win some challenges.
I think Wentworth could definitely win the challenge.
I
mean,
She could win this whole
okay,
thing.
Wentworth,
she's got it. You
Wen-
know, I mean, she
Wentworth
really
is in a
does.
very good
She's got it.
position.
If she can keep herself getting all the way and she makes it to the end, she's really got a chance to win that $1 million. I mean, without
No,
a
I
doubt.
think it's going to be a girl. I think it might be Wentworth
It
at
looks
this point.
Yeah.
at this point like it's
Yeah.
going to be a girl. And then we saw, at the end after tribal council and obviously Joe is gone. We go on to the previews for the next episode, and we see Jeremy is he's under pressure now. He
Oh,
knows
yeah.
that
So
they're in
is-
trouble.
so is-
Starting to
yeah,
see him
Spencer-
crack.
Spencer, I
Spencer.
mean, the guys know, and it didn't show Keith really. I mean, obviously, we'll get into it next week when we see how things develop with the guys.
I think
and
the
see
guys
what
are in
kinda-
trouble.
They're definitely in trouble. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But there's a good chance that one of them is going to win the challenge.
And then the other one's
Jeremy
going.
does have the idol.
Well,
and
does Jeremy? Hold on. Does Jeremy save Keith?
Yeah, absolutely.
Next
at this
week,
point, or
if-
Spencer. He saved Spencer or Keith.
Does he save one of them
It's
Yeah,
with his
possible.
idol?
It's
Jeez,
possible.
yeah.
Who knows with this guy?
Wait a second. If
He's willing to do it for
you
Fish
got
box.
Fishbach.
you
so,
got to
I mean,
save
I
somebody.
mean, right? Yeah, Jeremy's saving Fishbach. He might be,
if he wins, we
You
don't
got-
see
you gotta-
Jeremy
you
winning
gotta-
much.
it's all going to come
Oh,
down
that's
to
a big water challenge too. This is going to be a great episode coming up because they do the water. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Tasha's screaming
Oh,
for
yeah,
help.
Did you see
Spencer hits
smacks
the-
his
hits the
face?
board.
Holy shit!
Spencer hits the
Oh,
board.
yeah,
That's
he
great.
could, yeah.
That is
Boom.
fantastic.
Yeah, he
We
really-
need to put some football helmets on these guys
Holy
out
shit.
there.
On that preview, it looked like
This
he
is
really
great.
cracked his
Yeah.
dome. Yeah,
It looks
This
like
is
there's a lot of
great.
people
It looked
going
like,
down.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
hoping
it
to
looks
see
like there's
some
gonna be
blood
some
next
serious
Spencer took a
injuries
shot.
going
Yeah, you'd
on.
be sinking to the bottom
Yeah.
saying, I love you, right there to the
Well,
bottom, man.
Tosh is out there going, I need help. She's
Yeah.
gonna drown.
She's calling in medical from the water.
Yeah, no kidding.
Somebody save her. Get her
Give
out.
me medical out here.
She's out.
So-
So she doesn't win the challenge.
No, she's not
That
going
might-
anywhere.
but we don't know if
Spencer
that's-
might be knocked out.
We don't know if that's reward or immunity.
We don't.
So
That-
That's
we
going to
don't.
be great. I
We
can't
don't know.
wait
Yeah.
till next week.
it's gonna
on
be a
that
good
one.
good week.
We do know that the immunity challenge is going to be huge for the guys next week.
Huge.
So we'll see where it ends up. We obviously know that the guys are in trouble.
Yes.
It's anybody's game. But we do have the Girls Alliance. We got the guys.
The Girls Alliance
they're
is
looking-
totally looming.
They're looking scared, and Tasha's really the one that's in the balance between what could happen with the guys. And from the way the previews look, Jeremy's looking scared, and that gives me an idea that what Tasha. That's why I think she's trying to play her cards
She's playing.
towards
She screwed
the
herself
smartest.
either way.
She's
screwed.
as far as the jury's concerned,
If-
she may have screwed herself.
Oh,
she
yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah. Either way.
I'm telling you, if it was one girl and one guy, but she aligned herself with two guys, and she's kind of screwed with the four girls now.
She's got to
Absolutely,
pick a
yeah.
side, and
She's
that's
kinda-
what's gonna
she's
that's what's
kinda
gonna
screwed
tell us
herself with
how
it.
the rest of the season goes here.
So
Which side she
she's-
picks here.
She's going to lose those guys, those two votes, those two guys.
So the most important thing is what will happen to tribal council, and that'll really shift us into the rest of the season as far as this Survivor's concerned. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you guys for being here at the Overkill Underground. Join us next week here. It'll be episode 12.
yes,
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Stay out of the
And,
shade.
stay out of the shade.
That's it.
See you next Tuesday
And we'll see you guys later.
or Wednesday.